Well, hello, one and all. I'm Bradford Becker here to welcome you to Red Barn Radio. We continue on in our 23rd year of broadcasting with episode number 878, a holiday 2024 preview. All right. Singer-songwriter, entertainer, and producer Jay Bragg has been on the stage his entire life. A third-generation professional musician, Bragg played his first gig at age 4 and since then has performed over 3,500 shows all over the country. In 2020, Jay launched a charity concert series called A Songwriter's Christmas with the mission of celebrating the Nashville songwriter community's original holiday music while raising resources for music education and the poor. Aside from the annual Nashville concert, A Songwriter's Christmas now tours throughout the country in December. In 2022, Jay Bragg founded a community service organization called Gift of Music Project to organize music events for the purpose of public service, support programs related to musical inspiration and collaboration with disadvantaged communities, including children living in poverty, as well as hospice patients with whom Jay volunteers as a musical companion. What a treat it is to have Jay here with us with his Reindeer Band to tickle and soothe us with the balm of holiday music. Welcome to a Red Barn Holiday 2024 with King Kazoo and the Reindeer Band.
So good to be with you.
All
We're gonna start off with a little bit of nostalgia. Thank you so much for that welcome. All right, Reindeer Band, here we go. And a 1, 2, 3, 4. Happy holiday, 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 happy holiday. Well, the merry bells keep ringing. Happy holiday to you. Well, it's a holiday season and Santa Claus coming round. The Christmas snow is white on the ground. And old Santa gets into town. He'll be coming down the chimney down. He'll be coming down the chimney down. Well, it's a holiday season and Santa Claus got a toy for every good girl and good little boy. Santa's a great big bundle of joy when he's coming down the chimney down. When he's coming down the chimney down, he'll have a big fat sack upon his back. Lots of goods for you and for me, so save a peppermint stick for old Saint Nick hanging on a Christmas tree. Well, it's a holiday season, so whoop-de-doo, a hickory dock, and don't forget to hang up your sock. Just exactly 12 o'clock, he'll be coming down the chimney down. He'll be coming down the chimney down. All sleigh bells ring. Are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight. Happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is a bluebird. Here to stay is a new bird. Sing a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we could build a snowman and pretend that he's Parson Brown. We'll say, are you married? He'll say, no, man. You could do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we breathe by the fire. Our face unafraid, plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. Come on! Snowman and pretend that he's a circus clown. We'll have lots of fun with Mr. Snowman until the other kiddies knock him down. When it snows, ain't it thrilling? though you know it gets a chillin'. A frolic at play the Eskimo way, walking in a winter wonderland. Happy holiday, happy holiday, happy holiday, happy holiday, happy holiday, happy holiday, happy holiday. 2, 3, 4. Ah, the weather outside is frightful. Fire is so delightful. Since we no place to go, oh, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping. I got me some corn for popping. Oh, the lights turn way down low. Let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, oh, I hate going out in the storm. Well, you really hold me tight. All the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying. My dear, we're still goodbye. Oh, as long as you love me so. Oh, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow. Happy holiday, happy holiday, happy holiday, happy holiday. When the merry bells keep ringing, happy holiday to you. Oh, I hope that all gets you in the spirit out there. Yeah.
Good evening and welcome to Red Barn Radio. Wherever in the world you're listening, welcome to Roots Music Southern Style. Thanks to WEKU, Red Barn Radio's official radio partner, NPR for Central and Eastern Kentucky. Listen online at weku.org. Red Barn Radio is supported by Visit Lex, Lexington, Kentucky's Convention and Visitors Bureau. More information on what Lexington has to offer is at visitlex.com. LexArts, Lexington, Kentucky's premier cultural development, advocacy, and fundraising organization, working for the development of a strong and vibrant arts community as a means of enhancing the quality of life in Central Kentucky. Follow Red Barn Radio on Twitter and like us on Facebook. Here's the host of Red Barn Radio to tell us more about tonight's performers.
Tonight's guest on Red Barn Radio has written hundreds of songs, recorded 13 studio records, and performed with legendary acts like Chris Stapleton and Alan Jackson. In October 2024, Jay Bragg launched his latest obsession, a fictional North Pole alter ego act called King Kazoo and the Reindeer Band. It's a whimsical gumbo of jazz, blues, swing, Christmas, and Tin Pan Alley music. It was seeing the effect the kazoo had on listeners, young and old, that had Jay fully realize his King Kazoo and the Reindeer Band. It's what he brings to Red Barn Radio's live stream tonight. Welcome, King Kazoo and the Reindeer Band.
From the North Pole, King Kazoo, this is the Reindeer Band. Come on, let's do it. Many moons ago, way back in the North Pole, on the kazoo assembly line, lived an elf named Jasper who wasn't quite like the others. never finishes assembly orders on time. Instead of cobbling at least 2,000 shiny new kazoos every day. Behind a pile of toys, he'd sneak off to make some noise. With kazoos of every color he would play. King Kazoo and the Reindeer Band, spreading joy from Chile to Japan. King Kazoo and the Reindeer Band. One day Santa took a stroll looking for quality control, checking on productivity. Pacing through the music shop, suddenly Santa stops. What's that lovely melody? Instead of frustration, Santa had a happy sensation when he saw that elf playing that tune. He said, Jasper, you're much too merry for a job so ordinary. I have some very special work for you. And it's King Kazoo and the Reindeer Band, spreading joy from Chile to Japan. King Kazoo and the Reindeer Band. We're King Kazoo and the Reindeer Band, spreading joy from Maine to Thailand. King Kazoo and the Reindeer Band. Oh, thank you very much. All right. Reindeer Band, that was wonderful. Well, yes, we are King Kazoo and the Reindeer Band, and we are happy to be here from the North Pole. You know, Christmas is one of those things that always puts me in a good mood, no matter what is going on in the world. And I think this year, especially more this year, I needed to put up the Christmas tree early, just basically for a little bit of, we're kind of like musical Prozac, I guess you could call our music. And this one's about getting in the Christmas holiday spirit a little early to lift your spirits. It's called There's Never Been a Better Time. This is on our new EP. All right, boys, you ready? Let her rip. 1, 2, 3. You probably think I'm crazy, at least a little more than naive, for asking a little like me and somehow still manage to believe. Oh, the fat man from the North Pole shimmies down the skinny chimney, leaves a bit of magic wrapped up underneath the bright Christmas tree. So if I put the lights up early, don't complain, I'm in a hurry. Who knows, it might lift your spirits too. There's never been a better time to say Merry Christmas to you. You may say I'm like a child living out some silly fantasy. I feel like I'm avoiding living in this cynical reality. And maybe there's some truth in that evaluation of me. Or maybe I just need the hope of Christmas now to cope with times like these. If I put the lights up early, don't complain, I'm in a hurry. Who knows, it might lift your spirits too. There's never been a better time to say Merry Christmas to you. Don't complain, I'm in a hurry. Who knows, it might lift your spirits too. There's never been a better time to say Merry Christmas to you. Now, if that don't put a smile on your face, I don't know what will.
Something wrong with you.
If that doesn't put a smile on your face, I recommend, I have a great therapist you should get in touch with. Oh, man. Well, I'm going to take you up to New England, where I grew up, and do a little thing that my dad taught me, this next one. This is a song about snow, and it's good to have a little bit of snow on the stage. I see a little snow there, a little snow there. Marshmallow? Yep.
Just making sure.
This is called A Marshmallow World. And a 1, a 2, in the key of A, 2, 3. Well, it's a marshmallow world in the winter when the snow starts to cover the ground. It's a time to play, it's a whipped cream day. I wait for it the whole year round. Those are marshmallow clouds being friendly in the arms of the evergreen trees. And the sun is red like a pumpkin head. It's shining so it goes on free. Well, the world is a snowball, see how it grows. That's how it goes whenever it snows. Well, the world is a snowball just for a song. Get out and roll it along. It's a yum, yummy world made of sweethearts. Take a walk with your favorite girl. It's a sugar day, what a spring is late. And winter, it's a marshmallow world. Oh, boy! You must remember those marshmallow clouds being friendly and the arms of the evergreen trees. The sun is red like a pumpkin head. It's shining so it knows don't freeze. Oh, the world is a snowball, see how it grows. That's how it goes whenever it snows. And the world is a snowball just for a song. Yeah, and roll it along. Oh, the yum yum, the world made of sweethearts. Take a walk with a favorite girl. It's a sugar day, what a spring is late. And winter, it's a marshmallow world. And winter, it's a marshmallow world. And winter, it's a marshmallow world. Da-dee-ba-dee-ba-ba. Very much. That's a Marshmallow World. Woo! I am in the spirit. Thank you very much. And growing up in New England, I've been down in Tennessee for about a decade. When I was living up in New England, and we would get all those snowstorms, one after the other after the other. I would start to get pretty sick of the snow. But I must tell you, after living in Nashville for 10 years, I started to miss it. I started to long for the snow. And so I've written a lot of winter songs, and this is one of those. Every time it snows in my neighborhood, I go out in the backyard and I just become like a kid, like a 5-year-old kid again, and I make snowballs and do snow angels, and I definitely make snowmen. And one year I made a magical man named Ed, the Tennessee Snowman. We're going to sing you a song about Ed. 3, 4, 1. All right, boy. Ed, the Tennessee Snowman, on the cold December night, on the backyard down in Nashville, Ed the snowman came alive. He would live forever, if not for the very next day, when the sun beat down on Music Town, causing Ed to melt away. After 9 magical hours, Ed had himself a time, singing songs in the honky-tonks and drinking fancy wine. Soon the morning sun came blazing overhead, a blessing for the local folks, but a tragedy for Ed. Ed, the Tennessee Snowman, became a puddle on the street, a legend that will go down in Tennessee history. All right. After 9 magical hours, Ed had himself a time, singing songs in the honky-tonks and drinking fancy wine. Soon the morning sun came blazing overhead, a blessing for the local folks, but a tragedy for Ed. If you see a snowstorm rolling from the east, look out for the snowman, Ed from Tennessee. Thank you very much. It's a song about our friend Ed, the Tennessee Snowman. My hero.
All right. Well, we've got King Kazoo and the Reindeer Band here on Red Barn Radio tonight. They are led by King Kazoo himself, Jay Bragg. And Jay, I wonder if we might just start by talking about some of the things in your introduction that maybe I just wasn't able to elaborate on. But there's a lot there. First of all, where in New England did you grow up?
I was born and raised. I lived in a town called Hopkinton, Massachusetts, which is where the Boston Marathon starts.
Oh, all right.
So I lived there for about 18 years, and then I moved up to Vermont. I went to school in Vermont.
Where'd you go?
Pardon me?
Where'd you go to school?
St. Michael's College in Burlington, Vermont area.
All right.
And then I moved to Maine. I lived in Maine for 13 years after college. And then I moved in 2015 after I actually the gig that you were talking about opening up for Chris Stapleton. That gig was in Portland. Chris Stapleton, a Kentucky native.
Indeed.
And I remember that gig was one of those defining moments for me, opening up for him. And Chris, usually when you're the opener of an act like that, they're back in their
Sure.
tour bus or in their dressing room. But he was right there on the side of the stage watching the whole show like a hawk, and just we were talking after the gig, we were talking about old guitars, and he said, just mentioned how much he loved our show and my songwriting. And he said, have you ever thought about moving to Nashville? And I said, I've given it a lot of thought. And he's like, you should really do it. And I always kind of knew I was going to move down in that area. But sometimes it takes some encouragement from a guy of his caliber. So.
Yeah, that's some pretty good. That's some pretty good encouragement. What kind of music were you playing at the time when you?
Well,
did that?
at the time I was in a band called North of Nashville, which is a two-man kind of outlaw country band, very minimalistic, kind of bluegrass country, a little bit of rock and roll, a little bit of punk rock in there. But it was just me basically doing a one-man band thing. So I had like a bass drum on my right foot, tambourine on my left foot, guitar, harmonica, singing, and then I had my good buddy Andrew Martell playing fiddle. And we were just a two-man operation. We traveled all around the country with that band.
Wow.
So yeah, so I moved down here in 2015.
Well, talk about your family some. You're a third generation.
Yeah.
Bragg.
Actually, Bragg is a stage name. I have a lot of stage names.
Okay.
A lot of aliases. So if I ever get in trouble, you can easily hide me. It'd be hard to find. But my real name is Jason Basner, and the Basner and the Basner side and on my dad's side, and the Consoletti side on my mom's side. So if you trace it back, I tell this story a lot in my shows, that there's 100 years of playing music professionally on stages in my family. My grandparents met in the vaudeville circuit in the 1930s.
Oh, how neat.
They literally met on stage singing some songs that I play all the time. And so they met in vaudeville, got married, and had a few kids, one of them being my dad. And they were always singing in the house, and my dad absorbed that. My dad started his professional music life when he was 18 years old, and he is still a professional musician to this day at 85 years old.
Oh, that's great.
And a cancer survivor, and one of the biggest influences, a big Christmas fan. I would not be doing our Christmas presentation that we do all over the country without my dad's inspiration. And so much so, I convinced him to come on our tour, on the Songwriters Christmas Tour this year. So he's going to be out there with us, which we're really looking forward to.
Well, all right.
But you add all that together, and my 20 years or so playing music professionally, and you have about 100 years of doing what we're doing right now.
Huh.
Yeah.
What kind of holiday music did you listen to as a kid?
It was all the classics, I mean, it was, Bing Crosby, Dean Martin, Ella Fitzgerald, Louis Armstrong, and then of course a lot of the hymns as well too. But my favorite, the kind of wheelhouse for me is that kind of crooner era 1950s, early 60s type holiday music.
So would it be? So then, if I were to say, what's your favorite holiday album? Would it be like a Nat King Cole or?
Well, I love the Nat King Cole.
Who doesn't,
Nat
right?
King Cole's in my top 5. My number one favorite is the Bing Crosby record with him with the Santa hat. That one, I actually have that on my wall right now. I have 3 of my Christmas albums, and then Bing Crosby's album, because he was just such a big inspiration for what I do, and my love for this style of music.
So did your family imbue you with a view of music that it's not just entertainment, that it's also healing, that it's also therapeutic?
100%. So my mom is a dance therapist, so she uses music with dance, and she's worked with cancer kids and all kinds of folks that have mobility issues, and does a whole program where she dances and uses music to lift their spirits. And then my dad, he's the one. The reason why I do hospice care is my dad has always performed for nursing homes, and he's got a huge heart for senior citizens. And about 3 years ago, my dad got a diagnosis for prostate cancer. And there was a time where I wasn't sure if how much longer he was going to be on this earth. So I started asking him a lot of questions. And one of those questions I asked was, how can I carry on your legacy? And he didn't even have to think about it. He says, Jay, I want you to pick up my ministry with senior citizens. And I said, absolutely, Dad, you got it. And 3 days after that, I was at a dinner party with some friends, and somebody was mentioning how this hospice care facility in Nashville was looking for volunteers for musical companionship. And I said, that is so wild. I was just talking to my dad on how can I preserve and carry on the torch that he started. And I said, get me involved. And so I went through the orientation, and now it's my favorite gig of the week. Every Saturday I go bedside with this guitar and a batch of tunes from the 30s, 40s, and 50s, and just put smiles on faces of people on their very last chapter of their life. It's one of the coolest things that I get to do.
Jay, I love that. That's a great story. Yeah.
But, I think looking beyond entertainment, we try to be entertaining, but I think there's a greater meaning to the work that we're doing, which is service and reaching people's souls and lifting their spirits and bringing joy into their lives. And a lot of people are hurting, and so I think our work is ever more important in these times.
Yeah. Can you talk some about your Songwriter's Christmas project?
So Songwriter's Christmas, so I always wrote a holiday song once a year for my family that I never really did much outside of just playing it for them on Christmas Eve. And about 5 years ago, I said I should start recording some of these songs. And I remember that light bulb went off in my head. I was coming home from a Christmas concert of a pretty famous act. I won't give the name. It was a good show, but I felt it was just very standard fare. It was the same old of songs, that have been recycled over the years. And I said, this time of year and this genre of music is just so wonderful, and it means so much to so many people, but there's a lot of extraction, and we need more songwriters that are contributing new material. And so that light bulb went off in my head, and it was that year that I recorded my first Christmas EP, which is called Wonderland With You. And then from there, I founded A Songwriter's Christmas, which the whole thing was to celebrate original Christmas music, the new material that writers are writing, and to come together with a songwriter community, starting in Nashville, but now we do it all over. So every city that A Songwriter's Christmas goes to, we have a local songwriter sing, one of their original Christmas songs in the cities we go to. And it sold out the first year, and every year has just expanded from there. It's like doubled in its popularity. And for me, I started, I said, well, now I really have this outlet, and I started writing more and more Christmas music. I've written and recorded 21 of them at this point, with including the King Kazoo material. So it just keeps on growing. It keeps on snowballing, to coin a phrase.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Well, that's pretty neat. So the music that you, the Christmas music that you write, does some of it have a, well, I should say the holiday music that you write, does some of it have a specifically Christian Christmas message to it?
Yep. There's been a few songs, one song in particular that is about the nativity. We don't have it on our set list tonight, but it's called A Father's Promise. And that song is about kind of the anxiety of that night where Mary was to give birth, and basically Mary and Joseph being homeless and looking for a place for shelter, and that anxiety of the unknown, of the worry, of the concern of being poor and being homeless. And it really takes on Joseph's perspective as a protector. And then it expands to kind of a greater, more deeper, I think, spiritual meaning to it all. But
what a great writing exercise for
it is
for songwriters.
I think I'm all about constraints. I think constraints are good in terms of your creativity. If you know, so Christmas, that genre to me is a constraint of you're confined to kind of an ethos of material. And so, you know, I put the hat on, the Christmas hat, and I write songs that I feel are a new take on the Christmas season.
Yeah. Wow. Well, that's just terrific.
I love it. It puts a smile on my face and everyone else we meet.
Mine
so that's
too.
why we do this.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if you could talk a little bit then about the Reindeer Band and how that concept came to be, and how long ago was that?
Well, it's pretty fresh. So this whole thing started, kind of came out of my hospice care. So I go with, I go like this to my hospice care. I'm not in the King Kazoo outfit, but I go and I'll do, you know, bedside to some of my folks. You got to accentuate the positive, you know. And, you know, I break that kazoo in, and I notice the reaction that I get. You know, sometimes, you know, these folks are, you know, sometimes their mobility and just their awareness is such that, you know, they're not really, doesn't seem like they're alert and paying attention. But you play that kazoo, and all of a sudden, a smile comes on their face, and they brighten up, and they're with you. And I think it channels something about childhood deep down, because we all can, a lot of us grew up playing the kazoo as a kid. So I said, this kazoo is a pretty powerful little simple instrument. I have to do more with this. And so I started composing music with the kazoo in mind, and started orchestrating where you would have like horn orchestration. I started orchestrating it for kazoo. And then, to use the snowballed phrase again, the whole idea, this whole idea of the King Kazoo character, which started, it's this kind of fictitious North Pole story of this elf named Jasper the Elf, who is assigned to the kazoo assembly line in Santa's workshop in the North Pole. And he gets in trouble from his elf boss because instead of making the kazoos and building them, he gets caught playing them. And I took on this whole life of its own, and I actually wrote this short story of fiction called King Kazoo and the Reindeer Band. And from there, the music just started being the soundtrack to that story. And, you know, now the story has taken on a life of its own, and I intend to finish the story and talk to some publishers and maybe develop it into a musical or film.
I love that. That's great.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, so I said, you know, I need a specific Christmas band, because I do this every year. And I just kind of put it out in the universe, and these guys just came into my life at the right time, and they're all the perfect musicians and friends to share this joyful expression with. So I'm so proud to work with them.
Yeah, well, you guys do a great job. So we talk banjos, fiddles, guitars on the show all the time.
I'm sure.
I cannot miss the opportunity to talk, do some geeky kazoo talk. So can you
Let's
maybe
geek out.
demonstrate a couple of your kazoo sounds? Tell us what they're made of. Are you a kazoo geek? Do you go on eBay, for instance, looking for
You know,
vintage
I've
kazoos?
become one. This is the most special kazoo, right here.
Where'd it come
Because
from?
This is my Louis Armstrong kazoo right here. So. That's the Louis Armstrong kazoo. This is my box of instruments. You know, I've been playing the harmonicas for years and years and years. You know, harmonica. I always have this thing attached to my neck, so I go whatever the song is. Either it's a kazoo or a harmonica.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, speaking of the kazoos, there's a lot of different options. out there. This one in particular, I think, is the best sounding one.
Is that a particular brand?
It is, but it's pretty psychedelic. It's Sondri. It's a Sondri kazoo. Do you want to play with me? Do you want to do a kazoo solo with me?
Oh, you mean actually do one in a song?
Yeah.
We've never done that before, but yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Love to. All right.
Let's do it.
Okay, so tell me first of all.
So you could play this one. This is the very that's the special
No,
one.
I'm not really.
No.
Okay, those are just.
It's just decoration. So, the key to a kazoo is just you're just going do do. We're gonna do jingle bells, okay?
Okay.
Do 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 do.
Am I trying to get a vibration up at the front of my?
You're just going
lips?
do do.
Okay.
You're just doing the melody as a do, you know?
Okay.
So,
Do.
do 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 do. There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, you were getting some harmony on that
First time.
thing. Woo, he's a natural.
So is this a good vocal exercise?
It is. It's basically like
Versus-
humming.
huh.
So Frank Sinatra. They asked, "What do you do for vocal warm-ups?" And he said he would always hum. That was a big thing. And this is you're basically just humming into the kazoo. So
Nice.
it'll make you into a better singer too.
All right. Great. Hey, thanks.
I should be a
That was fun.
kazoo salesman. Yeah.
Well, thanks. Let's get back to some more music with King Kazoo and the Reindeer Band.
That was wonderful. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Well, the next song, we're just having all kinds of fun here. Thank you so much for having us. We're certainly grateful to be here. Our first time in Lexington. So. Indeed. Well, this is a song, we're going to do another winter song that I wrote about my beautiful fiance. This is called Wonderland with You. And she's from Wisconsin, so we're both used to very snowy winters. And so we're going to play this one for Rachel. All right, ready? And a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Seen my share of Yuletide nights, in the mornings when I'd rush to see Santa came down the chimney to bring some presents left under the tree. I sang about the birth of Christ in a choir and harmony. It wasn't until I felt your love till I learned how sweet Christmas can be. Joy to the world, oh holy nights. Christmas is a wonderland with you by my side. I played in snow on Christmas Eve, at least a mile high. I swear one year I caught a glimpse of the reindeer passing on by. Been touched by God himself in a church of candlelight. But your love brings a certain kind of magic that I never felt in my life. Joy to the world, oh holy nights. Christmas is a wonderland with you by my side. All right. Felt the spirit of a heavenly host and a million dancing lights. Your love brings a certain kind of magic that I never felt in my life. Joy to the world, oh, holy night. Christmas is a wonderland with you by my side. Christmas is a wonderland with you by my side. That's a nice one. Thank you very much. And there's a certain song we were talking about, kind of the gifts of music. That my favorite part about the holiday season is given to others, especially those who might be a little bit hard on their luck. And you don't have to be a Santa Claus to just show a stranger some kindness. And that's what this song's all about. It's called You Don't Have to Be a Santa Claus. Let me get my special kazoo on this one.
Key of E, right?
In the key of E.
For those of you keeping score at home.
What's that?
For those of you keeping score
Oh,
at home.
yes, indeed. All right. 1, 2, 3. You don't have to be a Santa Claus when Christmas comes around. But if you could be a Santa Claus, you'll know the joy he's found. You'll discover what it means if you reach down in your jeans and have a turkey on the table for someone who's not able. You don't have to wait till Christmas Day to bring your Christmas cheer. You could make believe it's Christmas Day any day in the year. You don't have to be a Santa Claus, 'cause he's just a man like you. And Santa's got more work than any one man can do. You'll discover what it means if you reach down in your jeans and have a turkey on the table for someone who's not able. You don't have to wait till Christmas Day to bring your Christmas cheer. You could make believe it's Christmas Day any day in the year. You don't have to be a Santa Claus, 'cause he's just a man like you. And Santa's got more work than any one man can do. Yes, he does. Santa's got more work than any one man can do. So this holiday season, go do something nice for somebody you don't even know. It'll make you feel good. All right. Well, I'm going to do some family songs. I was talking about my mom earlier, and this is my mom's favorite Christmas song. This one I always like to send this one out to anybody who can't be home for Christmas this year. And so this one's for you. And we're gonna leave the cold weather environment, and we're gonna go to a warmer environment. Gonna go down to Jamaica, a little Jamaican feel on this one. Can we do that? Let's see here. So how do we want to start this one?
I'll start it with Phil.
All right, cool.
All right.
Starts on the 4. You got it?
1, 2.
Oh yeah, man. I'll be home for Christmas. You can plan on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents under the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dream. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams. Yes, now I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dream. Reggae Christmas for y'all. Oh, that just about warms me up, man. That feels good. Well, we got to do a little drama-free Christmas. So this next one, I'm gonna get the top on the harmonica on this one. This next tune, speaking about family, we all know that around the holiday season, when you get together with your family, can be a wonderful thing. Usually is. But there's also a high probability of family drama. And I think especially this year. So my suggestion is to follow the advice of this next song. It's called Drama Free Christmas. And it goes like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I know you got opinions, I can see them in your feed. I came close to unfriending you 3 times this last week. I always have anxiety about the things that you might say when we gather around the tree and have drinks on Christmas Day. I have just one wish this year, I'll make it so very clear. I know it may sound a little too ambitious. Santa, won't you bring me a drama-free Christmas? Yeah. No talking about elections or prayer in public schools. For once I'd like to hear sleigh bells without your attitude. If I hear immigration or views on gun control, I'll boot your ass out in the yard and leave you in the cold. I have just one wish this year, I'll make it so very clear. I know it may sound a little too ambitious. Santa, won't you bring me a drama-free Christmas? I have just one wish this year, I'll make it so very clear. I know it may sound a little too ambitious. I have just one wish this year, I'll make it so very clear. I know it may sound a little too ambitious. Santa, won't you bring me a drama-free Christmas? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. So when things get a little tense around the dinner table on Christmas, dial that song up. I hope you all have a drama-free Christmas this year. I'm going to do this next one by myself. Whew. How we doing? This is the Reindeer Band, everybody. I want to just introduce these guys real quick. That's on the bass guitar, Mr. John Henry Hibbard. Back there on the drums, Mr. Christian Northover. And over there on the guitar, Mr. Zach Cohen. Well, this is a brand new song. I have never performed this for anyone outside of my dog, really. But we had a very interesting, I'll give you my Christmas credentials. I've told you many of them. But we had a very unusual tradition in my family. Now, I was an only child of my mom and dad, so I was outnumbered in terms of how the day of Christmas went. And one of the traditions that my parents insisted on growing up, which I did not like at all, was that I would wake up like 5 in the morning, rush down the stairs and see all the presents under the tree that Santa brought. But I was not allowed to open any of them until literally after dinner. I had to wait through breakfast and lunch and dinner before I could open any gifts. I wouldn't get to open my gifts about 5 o'clock p.m., and I had been up for 12 hours. And the reason for that was because my mom said because my grandparents came over and she wanted them to see me opening up the gifts. So I just had to endure it. All this 12 hours of seeing these gifts underneath that beautiful Christmas tree and hoping that Santa brought what I wanted that year. And I just had to wait. So I learned a little thing about patience growing up. And I also wrote this song. This is brand new. This is called Christmas Torture, about that little family tradition. It's Christmas morn and Santa's come, leaving presents wrapped up pretty. I woke up at 5:09, raced down the stairs so giddy. I cannot wait to open up what Santa has delivered. Not so fast, my mama yells. You must wait till after dinner. Hey, Ma, why you gotta go and change all the rules of Christmas Day? Santa makes a point to deliver long before the morning breaks. I was up before sunrise, and now it's getting late. And it feels a bit like torture to have to just sit and wait. Don't get me wrong, I really have no right to complain, 'cause I got to open up all of my gifts 12 hours after Santa came. But time crawls by like honey in the cold dead of winter, when you have to wait to open up all of your gifts till after Christmas dinner. Hey, Ma, why you gotta go and change all the rules of Christmas Day? Santa made a point to deliver long before the morning breaks. I was up before sunrise, now it's getting late. And it feels a bit like torture to have to just sit and wait. Hey, Ma, why you gotta go and change all the rules of Christmas Day? Santa made a point to deliver long before the morning breaks. I was up before sunrise, now it's getting late. And it feels a bit like torture to have to just sit and wait. But that's what Mama wanted, so I did what she said. I was an outnumbered only child on Christmas Day. That's called the Christmas torture. Oh, Lord. And after years of protest, finally they changed their mind and let me open up 3 gifts when I get up, and then the rest of them had to wait till 5 o'clock.
Hey, well, before we get back to more music with the Reindeer Band, I did want to tell you about what we have coming up. Not this coming week because it's Thanksgiving, but the week following, we'll have the songs of Maya DeVitri. Her songs are deep and wondrous. Maya is also a talented singer who I know will appeal to those of you who like singers such as Gillian Welch, or Sarah Jarosz. Her latest album, a great listen, is called The Only Moment. The first track, in fact, a really simple and beautiful tune, is truly the best folk song I have heard this year. It's called Nothing Else Matters, and I'll add every song after continues to impress. This is some great stuff. Sweet songs, gorgeous arrangements. I hope you'll give us a listen, not next week, because we'll all be gobbling down food with our families and friends, but Wednesday, December 4. Join up with us at 7 p.m. Eastern for our live stream of Maya DeVitri. And now let's welcome back King Kazoo and the Reindeer Band. Yeah. That was some story you told there.
Here's another one about my family. Whenever this season comes around, they're always with me. Even if they're not right in front of me, they're always in my heart. It's called You'll Always Be With Me When the Season Comes Around. I want to. You'll always be with me when the season comes around. I'll always see you smiling through all the ups and downs when they play an old Bing Crosby tune. I'll hear your name And just like that, I'll be singing with you. You'll always be with me when the season comes around. When they play an old Dean Martin tune, I'll hear your name. And just like that, I'll be laughing with you. You'll always be with me when the season comes around. I'll always see you smiling through all the ups and downs. Yes, you'll always be with me when the season comes around. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. I got to thank my family for help inspiring that song, and my dad actually is on that recording. He sings harmony on that recording. If you'll go listen to it on the Light It Up record. Hey, we'd like to do something from the Nativity. We'll do one Nativity song. Why don't you start it up? That's back there, our little drummer boy, Christian Northope. This next song is my favorite Christmas carol. It's about giving the gift of music. And even if you don't really know what gifts you have to offer, the one gift that we always know we can offer is our gift of music. Told me ba-ra-ba-bum-bum, a newborn king to sing ba-ra-ba-bum-bum. Our finest gifts we bring ba-ra-ba-bum-bum, to lay before the king ba-ra-ba-bum-bum, ra-ba-bum-bum, ra-ba-bum-bum. So to honor him, ba-ra-ba-bum-bum, when we come, little baby, ba-ra-ba-bum-bum, I am a poor boy too, ba-ra-ba-bum-bum. I have no gifts to bring, ba-ra-ba-bum-bum, that's fit to give the king, ba-ra-ba-bum-bum, ra-ba-bum-bum, ra-ba-bum-bum. Shall I play for him, ba-ra-ba-bum-bum, on my drum? I played my drum for him, pa-ra-pa-pum-pum. I played my best for him, pa-ra-pa-pum-pum, ra-pa-pum-pum, ra-pa-pum-pum. Then he'd smile at me, pa-ra-pa-pum-pum, me and my drum, me and my drum, me and my drum.
Beautiful. That was cool, man.
Christian Northover back there on the drums, everybody. You know, it's a funny thing. Christian and I learned how to play the drums from the same drum teacher. We grew up very close to each other. Mr. Alec Antobenedetto out there. I want to thank you for teaching us the gift of music, brother. We appreciate you. Well, it is our purpose here to, in our music, is to create light in a sometimes dark world. There's my favorite quote that says, "You're better to light a candle than curse the darkness." And we try to live that way, especially, believe me, I can curse the darkness with the best of them, but when I put on this guitar and sing my songs, I think my time and talents are much better served lighting candles and cursing darknesses. That's what this one's all about. When you see the darkness, you've got to light it up. When we feel the darkness, we've got to light it up. There's sadness all around. It can bring us down when we have the courage to light it up. When they're telling lies, you've got to light it up. When they criticize, you've got to light it up. When you shed a light, fear has nowhere to hide. When you have the courage to light it up. Play that guitar. Truth won't be revealed until we're lighted up. Oh, and we can't stop to heal until we're lighted up. Won't you help me be the light I want to see? Use the shine in me to light it up. See the darkness, we've got to light it up now. When we feel the darkness, we've got to light it up now. There's sadness all around. It can bring us down when we have the courage to light it up. Sadness all around. It can bring us down. light it up. Come on and on and light it up. Well, you got to light it up, light it up, light it up. Light it up, y'all. Great job.
That makes me happy, man.
Can you tell we're enjoying ourselves up here? I hope that's apparent out there. Well, we did. We got to do Jingle Bells again. We did it earlier. We're gonna do a full band version of this thing. We recorded this on the King Kazoo. You know what's not on here is Santa's Lament. We got to do that one.
Okay.
You guys know Santa's Lament? Let's do that one. So this is a song. This is kind of an after Christmas song, and this is about having seasonal depression after the holidays, which is something that is very real for me. We do so much for the holidays, and there's so much anticipation, and it's just a wonderful part of the year, and I just love it so much. But then January hits, and it's like, it's so deflating sometimes. There's not much going on in January and February, and they're dark and they're cold, and the lights all come down, and it's just a bummer. And I was thinking to myself, you know who probably else feels that way is Santa Claus himself. After all the work has been done, he probably goes back to the North Pole, just moping around all day, not having much to do, being kind of laid off for a little while. So I decided to write a song called Santa's Lament. And that's what this one's all about. This is on the King Kazoo and the Reindeer Band EP. All right, let me get the right there we go. Get the right kazoo. Let's see here. This starts on the E, right? Starts on the 4. Oh yeah. Da 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 da. I'm gonna have to do something special here, which is play multiple instruments. Let's see if I can do this here. I'm going to set that right there. Let's see if it stays. All right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. The big day is over, and the season is gone. The spirit is passing away. Thorns are all packed and boxes well stacked as the days get so cold and gray. From June to December, I'm working morning till night to make all your wishes come true. January comes, all the work has been done. That's when Santa, he starts singing the blues. So we say a prayer for Saint Nick after Christmas. That's when the dark days start coming around the bend. Send me a letter right after December. It would sure help your Santa's love, man. Oh, turn around, boy. The elves take a break, they all hibernate, and they don't report back till May. Mrs. Claus gets cross, 'cause a man is laid off, and he's moping around the North Pole all day. Yeah. Say a prayer for Saint Nick after Christmas. That's when the dark days start coming around the bend. Send me a letter right after December. It will sure help your Santa man. Say a prayer for Saint Nick after Christmas. That's when the dark days are coming around the bend. Send me a letter right after December. It would sure help cure Santa's love, man. Ho, 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 ho. It would sure help cure Santa's love, man. Yes, it will. It would sure help cure Santa's love, man. Thank you very much.
Well,
We
there are
appreciate it.
so many people to thank for our broadcast. First, King Kazoo and the Reindeer Band, who are good enough to come all the way from the North Pole to be our guest on the program tonight. We want to thank all of you for listening to our webcast, watching us on social media, and those listening to us on our growing network of Red Barn stations and media worldwide. Thanks to WEKU, Red Barn's premier radio partner, Central and Eastern Kentucky's radio news leader. You can listen online at weku.org. It's your chance to hear more great live music from Red Barn Radio and WEKU, NPR for Central and Eastern Kentucky. Those of you here in the Central Kentucky area, be sure to check out Red Barn TV. It's our weekly program of music, now on ABC 36 WTVQ. Red Barn Radio comes to you from our home, the Arts Place Performance Hall, here in the great city of Lexington, Kentucky. Our website has updates and further information on our guests and our program. We are on the web at redbarnradio.com. Now, before we close out the program, let's bring back King Kazoo and the Reindeer Band for one more number.
Well, it's been an honor to be with all of you here in the studio and everybody at home. We hope everybody has a merry little Christmas. This one's for you. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, all troubles will be out of sight. Oh, have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let the Yuletide gay. From now on, all trouble will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who dear to us, together near to us once more. Oh yeah. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang aside and star over the highest sky. A merry little Christmas Oh, once again, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star above the highest bough. Have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
1, 2, 1.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, from King Kazoo, Jay Bragg, and the entire band, Reindeer Band here from the North Pole, we wish you all a very happy, merry little Christmas. And if our music brightened up your day, do us a favor and spread that light around a little bit. Not just during the holiday season, but the whole year through. I want to thank Red Barn Radio for having us. We sure appreciate it. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Light it up. And Merry Christmas! All right. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Well, that's all for our show for this week with King Kazoo and the Reindeer Band. You can see and hear Red Barn Radio worldwide as we stream live on the web on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern in North America. And it's always great to hear from all of you folks who listen to Red Barn Radio's archive performances on your favorite streaming platforms. And now we bid you good night, folks. Let's stick together, let's appreciate each other, and let's join up again next week for another great evening of music and conversation on Red Barn Radio. I'm Bradford Beckard. See you next time.